Alright, hey, what's going on, guys? It's Belief here for another guide video. I'm sorry it's been so long since I put out a video, but I've been deciding what I'm going to do. And I was going to do a Armadillo guide video, but my computer's way too slow to be able to record in God Wars, so I figured that I could do a guide for Barrows. For those of you who don't know what Barrows is, it is a mini game that takes place in Canifis, or Mortania, the area. What you do is you fight the Barrows brothers, Verax, Darok, Carols, Arams, and Torag and Guthans. You fight them, and you get loots from a reward chest that you can get all the Barrows pieces from. And since they just recently released Aram's wand and Carol's pistol bow and Aram's book, I mean, you can make very, very good money doing this. You can make probably close to $1 mil an hour. Even if you're lucky more, you can get an Aram's book, like I said, which is worth 10 mil. So it's really awesome to do Barrows, and it's really fun because you really don't need that high of stats to complete it whatsoever. It's rather easy now with the EOC. So I'm going to show you my setup first. Now, this is all just my preference. I use full Daroks with Chaotic Rapiers, Ring of Wealth, Bandit's Gloves, Steadfast Boots, and a skill cape. You can, of course, replace the skill cape with a fire cape or a car cape or an obsidian cape. You can replace the whisper with a glory or a fury. Rapiers, you can replace it with a whip, god's sword, dragors, whichever you have. Gloves, you can use Bando's gloves, you can use gauntlets, you can use Barrow's gloves, and armor, of course, whatever you can wear, whatever the highest armor you can wear. That's what I recommend. Now, I have the Zamorak arrow on because I was doing God Wars earlier, but so now, if you have lower combat stats, a lot of people like the mage, but I find melee just as effective due to the higher DPS rate at the moment. And my inventory is, now I use Soul Split. If you don't have Soul Split, you need at least 43 prayers so that you can use all the protect prayers, because the brothers hit rather hard, especially Darox. When he gets lower health, he'll hit like 2000s. So right now I'm going to show you how to get there. If you've completed, I really forget what the quest is called, but you can teleport there. I think it's Ritual of the Mazrat, but don't take my word on that. You can just teleport straight to Barrows, but I haven't done those quests because myself, I hate quests. But what you want to do is you want to run through Mortmire Swamp. Just keep running south until you pass, there's going to be like a little island that has a summoning icon on it. I forget what the island's called, but if you've done the quests out here, I'm sure you're going to recognize it. You're going to keep running south until you come to this little, fucking gas. So you're going to run past this little summoning icon. And now, if you're low on run, you can, of course, sit here and listen to the guy and get your run back up. And you're going to want to run through this maze. And those of you who haven't done Barrows in a rather long time, you no longer need a spade, because there is now a spade incorporated on all the mounds, which is actually pretty cool. So you're going to want to run through the maze right here. If you come to this bridge, you can just click over there and it'll run for you. And, oh, I forgot to go over abilities. Your abilities, I really can't tell you what abilities to use because it all depends on what weapons you use, and I can't count on all of you to use dual wielding. Although I do recommend dual wielding due to its higher DPS than two-handers, because this past Tuesday they had a dual wielding update. So now dual wielding is on par with 2H damage, which is actually pretty cool. Alright, we're almost here. You're going to go across this bridge. You're going to start going north, and once you come along here, you're going to start seeing these mounds. These are the mounds for all the Barrows brothers. I didn't recharge my prayer either. Son of a bitch. Alright, so now you can go in whatever order you want. This is just the order I do. I go, this mound right here is Darox. And you can, of course, I forgot to go over my potions. I bring prayer potions of super attack, super strength, and super defense. If you have overloads, you can, of course, replace that with those. I don't have the Herbo level, so I just don't use them. Sharks, of course, can be replaced with Rocktail or Manta Ray, whatever your preference is. And if you don't have Soul Split, you're going to want to bring more food than you are going to want to bring prayer pots. So just whatever you think is the best ratio is what you should bring. So you're going to want to dig at the spade, and you're going to want to attack the brothers. You search the sarcophagus, or the crypt, yeah, sarcophagus, and they come out, and you just fight them. You're going to have to do this for all 5 brothers. And Darox is the hardest one to fight. The rest of them are extremely easy. Not hitting for shit, okay? Now, another good thing, since the EOC, with your ability bar, I recommend having regenerate on it. So whenever you run to another mound, your abilities, I mean, you'll get out of combat, and you can use regenerate and get some HP back up. Now I go over here, which is Verax, and you just want to do the same thing. You just want to repeat until you've killed 5 of the brothers. But one of the mounds, you go in the sarcophagus, you're going to have to, like, enter it, which is going to be your tunnel, which is where you're going to go to get your reward. So that's where you're going to get your money from. Now, if you have lower combat stats and you would like to bring mage, when you bring mage, I would recommend bringing a crystal bow, or like just a bow in general, and a melee weapon. Because if you use mage, you're not going to hit for shit on Arams or on Carols. So I would definitely recommend bringing a ranged weapon and a melee weapon, so you can hit. Now, Arams is the easiest. He's such a joke. He doesn't even really do any spells to damage. He just weakens you and confuses you the whole time, which doesn't really do anything whatsoever. Alright. And when you are inside of the dungeons or tunnel, whatever you want to call it, whenever the little faces pop up in the left-hand corner, that's them draining your prayer. So I would recommend only drinking prayer whenever you're, like, drinking a prayer dose whenever you're at 0. But if you just drink for full, you're just gonna lose your prayer as you're in here. You're just gonna be wasting pots. So it's better just to only drink when you have no prayer left, and just drink 1 prayer dose every time you need prayer. Now with this setup that I have, I can stay here for like at least 2 or 3 hours. I mean, mainly because of my soul split, which helps me with my HP clearly. Alright, so now going to this guy. This is Carols. Alright, now see, this is my tunnel. So you don't want to go into your tunnel right away. You want to slay all the brothers, all 5 of the brothers, before you go into your tunnel. As you can see in the right-hand corner, it says that I have slain Arams, Darok, Guthans, and Verak. You want there to be 5 there before you go into your tunnel. There we go, that's some nice hits. Alright, so now I'm going to go into my tunnel because I've killed all 5 of the brothers. Now, whenever you get inside of the tunnel, what I recommend is looking for the middle where the chest is immediately, so that you can figure out which door you have to open, so that you can get to the chest. Because in here, it's basically like a little maze. Your map is blacked out. Now, see, that's my door right there that leads to the middle. And see, I got an easy one. Sometimes you're gonna have to run all the way around to get to your door, but this one's relatively easy. When you open the door, there's gonna be a puzzle. You can look up guides for puzzles, but I've been doing this for a while, so I know all the answers to all the puzzles. So you're going to want to go through here, you're going to open the chest, and now the 6th and final brother is going to come out, the guy that was your tunnel. You're going to want to fight him. Do not search the chest right away, because you'll get less of a reward searching. And you're not going to get a Barrows piece every time. Usually you just get, like, runes and potions, but sometimes you'll get lucky, just like I have before. Alright, this time, I didn't really get much of shit, actually. The runes will stack rather fast, which is kind of good. And now, if you have enough food for another one, what you want to do is you want to remember the room where you came down at, because you can climb that rope back up and just go out. You're going to want to go through back to where you were. See, my rope is right here. I got lucky. I got really close to the middle. Climb up the rope, and climb up the steps, and then you can just redo it again. So I hope I've helped you guys figure out what to do at Barrows. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment, and I'll be more than happy to answer. Thanks for checking out this video. This has been One Belief. I'm out. Peace.